Crims. But when you are trying to hold long, are you too exposed by trying to play behind the truck rather than being able to have access to a boost spot, say, you know, boosting behind that truck, that second truck that's in front of bank, because there's like this invisible wall up there, so you can't actually boost up to look over that truck to look down long. You have to like fully commit yourself to like full body peeking basically to hold that corridor in. So I don't know. We need to see how the teams are going to look at it and approach it.
The really big question is, are Fnatic going to be brave enough to pull out some sort of new boost against EnVy? You know, come up with something new
for like old time's sake.
I will warn. I did show both. I think I showed both EnVy and Fnatic that really weird wall bang down at the sniper spot.
So now the question is, you know, JW, how fast is he?
I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's going to be true. They learned about it at Pantamera. So now, well, let's see. It is going to be the first map up here, and it's obviously best 3. JW, very aggressive style here, and that's an easy kill on Happy. But it's up in the A-bomb side where all the action's happening, and they only have one guy defending here. So yeah, they sacrifice Happy, but they could get the bomb down at A here, and Crims falls. That's a really good sacrifice for EnVy.
Yeah, and that's a very quick pick off. Olafmeister comes in, takes out Shox. NBK, however, will return it, and this is just back and forth right now. Full Kevlar across the board, though. No nades, and this is the right play here. Kyoshima needs to get this bomb down. Now, Fnatic taking their time, not overextending because they don't know if that was a fake, but now they know. Bomb is planted, and they're going to be able to take their time.
They currently don't have a kid picked up. I'm not sure if there's someone on the ground somewhere, but if not, they need to move pretty quickly here. They've got everyone there. Now they're just sort of... They're boxing them in the corner. They can't get out here. EnVy, they're in an awful spot, and they're going to get sandwiched in. NBK with a good return kill, but they're so low on health. How are they winning this? I have no idea. That's an ace from NBK being trapped in the corner like that. They should have definitely not won that round. Those positions were pretty awful, and they sort of, you know, they didn't intentionally, they sort of unintentionally got stuck in there. That was incredible.
But then the way that they played it is just like awe-inspiring, is the fact that they're just constantly dancing behind this box, and also whenever Fnatic tried and push them, it's like 2 guys peeking at the same time on EnVy's side. So you're constantly facing 2 blocks. Like that is,
yeah, but
well, NBK like just playing out of his mind. I think that's what it boils down to.
And probably also the fact that Fnatic had like no real grenades or anything. They had to just like go and challenge them. But Crims coming up with a double kill for the CSAT 75. EnVy getting a taste of their own medicine, you could almost say. And it's going to be a 3v4.
Well, NBK wants to come down in here and hunt this, but Crims, he's poised, he's ready, does not get the shot, or at least does not hit it. So we are back into a 3-on-3. Still some gear picked up on Fnatic as well. There's that scout on JW, but right now it's not into effect. He's still kind of hopping around, as we can see over here on the B site. But it doesn't look like that's where the bomb is going to go. The bomb is currently in long right now, and there it is. You know, it's once you're up into long, you have to kind of hang around this point now, because if you commit, there's only one way out, and that's onto the site.
Yeah, I mean, you can see he's got NBK here checking close for him, just making sure that no one's going to instantly peek out there. Happy picking off JW down at the other side, which is going to force one rotating back. And actually, they spot the second guy as well here. It's a good job from NBK to do that. So, bomb making its way back B, but the UMP will not have any issue taking care of that, which is going to make it 2-0. So a bit of a shame for Fnatic. You know, they start with that great double kill from Crims. Looked like they could have spawned something else from it, but EnVy sort of slowing things down, and they managed to make their way out.
Yeah, that really isn't too bad. And this is definitely going to be very nice. Now that, I mean, with this change as well, it's like, how many rounds do we expect the T side to pick up? Like this is the kind of questions that we need answers to. So EnVy, I mean, they're off to a terrific start. They get that flying start with the 2 rounds. They should be picking up a 3rd here unless they get caught off guard. Just Crims gets annihilated this time. No love from Shoxy. Shoxy is making a lot of money with this ump, by the way. Like, they are going to have some options once we start really getting into the buy rounds, thanks to the money, the bonus money that he gets for each SMG kill.
Bronax, 1v5. Not going to work out too well for him. He ends up going down, and we're into the 4th round. Let's see what they can put together here. JW not with the AWP. Big surprise, actually.
Definitely a bit surprised there. Then again, he really... let's see. I mean, none of them had the money. And I don't think he really got much love. Like, with the scout, didn't get any kills, didn't really do anything in the pistol round either. So, I mean, he did get that 1 flank on the man in sewer, but apart from that,
yeah,
there wasn't really a whole lot going on, so not a lot of bonus money for him to play with.
Yeah, but still, it is a decision you can make earlier on and just say, well, I'm not going to buy any pistols and just make sure that I have the money for it.
It's true.
So they just obviously didn't do that. Olofmeister might be in a good position to get a kill on Smiths, who is basically going to go down for free, but Olofmeister's waiting. He's calling it in. He's saying, wait a minute, there's something going on. Smith is going to fall. Now, how can Olofmeister actually do something with this position? He's going to go down to NBK. Flusher hiding right at the edge of the container here, over towards the bank. But he can't get the pick off, and this should be a bomb plant here. Envy off to a very good start, and I think that opening frag just left Fnatic in a bit of a weird position. They're going to basically win on from here on out. Flusher, best he could do is get a bunch of exit frags, but he's only going to get the one. Just a very strong start here for the French team.
Dude, a very strong start for NBK. Look at that, 9-0-1 right now. Like, 9 frags. That in the space of, what, 4 rounds? That's really good work from NBK. So, individual play can make the difference, and this time around, Envy are really benefiting from that. But still, Fnatic are doing some damage at least. It's not like they're just rolling over, right? They are still making it somewhat costly for Envy to be picking up these rounds. But that's not going to change the fact that they still are on pistols in this one. So let's see, holding up close this time. Can Crims get lucky again?
Oh, look at this. Shock's really not leaving much to chance. Really solid play, I'd say. Happy. Bit of uncontrolled spray there. I think he got caught a little bit by surprise, even though it looked like he was peeking for it. And MBK is going to come through. Does go down to Pronet. So a couple of rifles lost maybe unnecessarily here, but you know, Envy, they're on the less favored side. Even if they lose a couple of rifles like this, they're still going to feel pretty good about having a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, on T side, I mean, we've seen kind of the evolution of how many rounds you should be picking up, right? And it is still floating kind of around like 11-4, 10-5.
Although it's really hard to know now that the A-bomb side has changed.
Exactly,
like
that's the big learning thing.
We're going to have to revisit that. Double.
They heard you, right?
All right, we're going to have to see if anyone runs down. I think JW is the guy to watch here if we can see something. I don't know if they're going to do it. Maybe they feel like it's ridiculous, but I had lots of fun matchmaking coming up with this, with the one wall bang. We got to check JW. No, not going to try it. I'm disappointed. Very disappointed. Happy also has one, and it's so cool because Happy is like the guy AWPing for Envy on this particular map, has been for a while. Not Smith, not Shocks. And Happy goes down. Speak of the devil. He did manage to lake JW, so you could sort of tell. And ooh, NBK nearly gets him, but Flusher with a shot through the wooden panel there to take him down. Should leave Fnatic in a very good spot at this point. This should be a good position for them.
Indeed. This is definitely looking very good. And although Shocks, he may have the angle here, he may have the drop on Olofmeister. But this, again, just how this works here, the geography, or the architecture, rather, of this map, of this bomb site, is very difficult. Oh, what the?
Are they somehow not seeing Shoxy?
I think they really expected him to be running into bank very quickly there. Kiyoshima's going to find Olofmeister. There's a third man here, however. Scoped up, I believe that's JW. Yeah, JW waiting in bank, but he's been effectively smoked off. He can't do anything in this position.
So from a 5v3 into a 3v3 as Fnatic have sort of let go of the bomb site. The bomb has been planted as well. JW got to be really careful. He's so low on health. One bullet on him. He's going to effectively lose Fnatic the round here. And they're all coming in from the same angle. So Envy can just focus on that. They've got Smiths in the background with the AWP, and this is looking way too good. Cleaning up the round just like that. Triple kill from Shoxy. And to be fair, that round looked very much like Fnatic had no clue how to play that new bomb site, because they looked completely confused about what was going on.
Yeah, reading the timings. I think the timings are... You get used to a certain timing as far as, you know, when the terrorist is going to start pushing onto that map, what are they going to look at, and it seems like Olofmeister might have just been a little off there with his judgment, not quite getting a read on where they would be. But it's also just the additional angles. You're so used to holding... I mean, if you spend time on that site, you're just so used to holding these particular angles and approaching it in a certain way. As soon as there's even a minute change, I mean, this is a massive change. The fact that they've added a totally different entrance into the site. But even a minute change can actually change things up a little bit. So, Fnatic clearly adjusting here.
Oh, trying to do it. Olofmeister with the return, and that actually gives them the bomb, but he's alone in here. And there's no way anyone can come and back him up. He's not even sure. I mean, he can't even make it out. He's going to have to just play this one close with the Mag 7. And at best, he picks up a couple of more kills and could even win the round. But if nothing else, he basically has to try and buy a lot of time here for his team.
Well, solid choice. Solid choice going to the shoddy. This is very scary now for Envy coming down in here. They have to look at the right angle at the right time. and they managed to just play it perfectly. Two guys coming from two different angles. That just worked out perfectly there for EnVy, and now they get control of the bomb back. They have a man advantage going into this A site. Looks like Smith has appropriated that AWP, so he'll be leading the charge here, trying to look for the opening.
One kill quickly returned by Kiyoshima. Crims covering several angles pretty much all alone, and they're going to be charging in here for Mars to take down the bomb. He's going to run out here. Smart play by Crims, not staying and fighting where they can shoot at him from different angles, and Smith's now all alone. 1v2 with just 16 seconds. He can't even get back into the site because there's a guy waiting there, and Smiths is out of time. He has to basically just run in here and try and see if he can find the remaining player, but he's going to go down. And yeah, that round wasn't really on Smiths. I mean, they tried their best, but I think Crims definitely wanted back. That double kill was huge.
Yeah, Crims made the difference big right here. Well, this first one already really clean, not taking a single point of damage, but then also not overspraying. I mean, he still has 9 bullets left. That's more than enough to get the job done here on Happy. Great control from Crims.
JW with the AWP. There's Smiths on the other side, so not Happy. And that's the power of having more people that can do it, is if you don't feel quite confident, put someone else up to the task and see if they're going to be doing better.
Yeah, it feels like at least when we think Happy on the AWP, we think Happy on CT side with the AWP, playing that main entrance into B site, right? You know, that's like where I think a lot of his frag reel moments have come up with that sniper rifle. But there's the push onto long, and that's going to open it up. Smiths is here. Smiths could potentially pick up another one here as well, but crouching behind the boulder, Pronax hangs around just a little bit too long, and Smiths misses the opportunity to punish. He needs to get in here and get this kill, and finally he does, but that took way too long, and he took way too much damage in the process.
Yeah, but this is looking like Fnatic are essentially getting overrun here. This is 7-1. Fnatic just had their money reset entirely. They are in a very, very bad position. It's 13,000 on Shocks on the other team, who's got 12, 2-2. So, I don't know. I mean, it's somewhat late in the day here if you're a Swedish or a French player. So I guess, you know, maybe they've just been, you know, using the fact that they've been playing late today and just relaxing, and now they need to get warmed up here because they're caught with their pants down right now.
Yeah, they're really getting hammered. And as far as the setup is concerned, I mean, they saw success with this in the past, so I like that Fnatic go back to what's worked. Two guys, I mean, stacking up basically on this pistol. Two guys in connector. NBK clears that up, so Crims and Pronax are out, but now we still have two guys in restroom right now, and they do look like they want to try and wrap around. Smith's going to drop on one of them, and this will just be a perfect anti-eco round for EnVy. Real quick cleanup in the end. Fnatic with the forward position is just not paying off. But that's I mean, it's a double eco scenario here. The problem is that Fnatic are between a rock and a hard place. Like, they need to eco to have more money to be able to get a solid round on the board, but they really need to get rounds on the board. So they are actually going to risk it. They're going to go for well, just for pistols.
Yeah. Don't know what to say about that, really. I mean, it's one of those judgment calls. It's hard to do it one way or the other. And they went for the full equipment, which means they basically got to start winning and make this 9-6. That's what they've just told themselves. Crims, forward push there, picks one. Could have been a double, but he just didn't have the bullets for it then. And JW is also going to pick up Happy, so maybe the pistols are just simply enough here. Great start. Now they just got to find a way to equalize things here. Good from Pronax. Picks off the one, wants to run in and catch Smiths. One bullet is essentially going to do it as he's on 27 health here. But MBK's coming through with a good double kill of his own.
And these guns are dropped like tantalizingly out of distance or out of range, right? They just want to pick up the guns. But Fnatic are instead having to play it very carefully, play the angles basically. This is a smart play because they also know that that bomb has been dropped out in the open.
They take the bomb and make their way back. 40 seconds. Are they going to pretend? They did make a little bit of noise like they were running back, and I think actually Pronax heard that, so now he's sort of moved himself, but now he can hear them going back here. This could be perfect. This should be the perfect read. Olofmeister's going to move accordingly. They know what's up. Pronax, is he going to turn the corner? Try and get the shot on somebody here. Long range. There's the one. Second one in line. And BK dropping very low as well. And Pronax already with the double, and now there's only 17 seconds left. NBK gonna go down. Good pistol work coming out from Pronax, and a much-needed round for Fnatic.
Yeah, talk about the gamble paying off, right? Investing in the pistols, and they actually win the round. And now their money is actually pretty decent. They're going to be able to full buy off of the back of this, so really solid round from Fnatic. But, you know, when you're talking about money, man, EnVy are still rich after that. 11 grand still in Joxy after a full buy. That's ridiculous. for your T side to have that much money. It's just not going to get any easier here for Fnatic rather. And the fact that Fnatic, they don't have any cushion. If they lose this round, if EnVy just keep trouncing them, they could be right back in pistols on the next round.
Yeah, even an 8-7 finish for Fnatic right now doesn't feel that convincing, but it's obviously better than the alternative. MBK putting a couple of shots through, and EnVy back to playing somewhat slowly. Just seeing if Fnatic are willing to take the challenge, as they have before, and they've lost that challenge almost every round. So if I was EnVy, I'd do the same thing. Just say, well, if they're going to play aggressive, let them come.
Well, there is an AWP over there right now, but it's Pronax holding the corner. Pronax holding the barrels. Look
at these smokes. Yeah, these are smokes that are going to end up in the B-bomb site. So they're going to look like, oh, it's a B push coming here, smoking off, and they're all up at A. So this is very nice. JW looking at so many angles and trying to cover that new spot. He gets the shot on MBK. That's just JW doing JW things, but he could have gone down then very easily.
Yeah, and they still have, they still have the full complement of defenders here on this A side right now for Fnatic. That's the problem with throwing those nades down to the lower level, is if you can see the trajectory, you know not to rotate, because, hey, they're throwing them from A. They could still be going to the A site right now. So Fnatic just keeping their cool, and this is looking very good for them now. This is going to come down to the entry frags, and Kyoshima starts off strong. There's Kyoshima with the double, but then they line up for Crims, and Crims gets the triple kill. 9 seconds left on that clock. EnVy had no time to mess around with, and it's just not meant to be this time.
So Fnatic readjusting, and the way JW was covering that round, I think I've seen like half of an American match on this particular map, and the players I was watching, they were in the same spot where they're sort of halfway looking towards toilets and halfway looking over by Picnic and Long. And it seems like a really confusing position, because if you look the wrong way, you're dead.
That's the main thing. That's my main concern with it, because you have to stand by that truck, and if you don't have smokes or something to block off mid, it just feels like you're so exposed there. But it's the only way to hold Long. Like, they'll get up, like, practically onto the site if you don't have anybody watching it. So it's a really tricky position. I think we're gonna have to see how teams approach it. You know, if it isn't just JW pulling godlike shots, right?
Yeah, it's hard to really rely on that. I mean, if he misses it, that's it. Olofmeister with a really good forward position, and they didn't really count on that. They moved up a little bit too soon and didn't check the whole of the toilets area. So they're a man down, and JW is going to make it 2 men down. Happy charging up from behind, and we'll get that kill on Olofmeister, who wasn't paying attention quite enough here. Happy will pick up a second kill, and Smith with one on JW. It's crumbling for Fnatic. We bring it back into a 2v2, but that's so dangerous.
I believe the bomb is dropped out. Yes, the bomb is dropped out. Crims just darts forward to confirm that the bomb is still there. And now he knows that he has all the control. He has all of the power. And Pronax is rotated over as well. Kyoshima gets taken out. It's down to Happy now, who has 10 HP to work with. And Crims has the perfect line onto that bomb at this point. So it's looking pretty grim here for the Frenchman.
Happy really quite sure that they're going to try and boost over at some point, which you can just sort of look over that one. Jumping on a teammate's face, but he should be going down just about any second here. They're going to catch him, and Pronax with a double. Fnatic, sure, they win the round, but considering they got 2 pickoffs, you'd want a round like that to finish much stronger for the CT side, right? But
you're looking for a decisive victory in that case, especially on overpass like that. But, I mean, Happy, you can't really account for Happy managing to land a long-range spray like that for the second kill. Still just really good work from Happy, but now we have to see exactly how things develop here, because there's 2 rounds, well, 3 rounds left in the half, pretty much, including this one. And Fnatic have actually gained a little bit of breathing room. But one thing I am liking is that Fnatic have thrown themselves out there at least. Tried to not give EnVy too much space to set up and to feel comfortable. They have been pushing around. It didn't work on short this time, that's for sure. But it is something that they've been doing more of.
Yeah, it's really hard to account for Happy just coming in with a double entry, and the rest of EnVy, they weren't even at that bomb site, but now they're just going to say, well, all right, if we're going to get that kind of entry, it's going to be great. Grenade brings Flusher down to 6 health, and he's in a very bad spot. That's the 3rd kill of the round for Happy. And he's going to get some help finally from Kyoshima. Olofmeister, well, I'm not sure why he's showing up here.
He's showing a little bit late, huh? Oh.
He goes down. Wow. This is one of those risk versus reward kind of situations. Like, the chances that he wins a 1-on-3 from that position is almost none. But if he can end up getting a kill, what'll he get from that? Like $300, $200 or something? It's almost nothing. So
Well, with the AWP, I mean, he's going to get $100, right?
yeah, so I mean, if he gets a couple of kills, that's like 200 or 300. That's like the best he could do, right? So why go for it? You just lost a huge potential rifle. They're going to rebuy it regardless in the 14th round and pistol armor on everyone else, but I'm not sure that was quite worth it. Now, Fnatic hiding near the smoke, and they're trying to get him. And actually, this is a really clever spot that people in matchmaking annoyingly keep using, because you see Shox thinks he's trying to spray through, but oh, he does know the angle. Well played on Shox there. It is actually really hard to know if you've hit people in there.
Nope. HE's, man, chasing chasing Crims out of there into the loving arms of NBK. Long-range shots there, though. He almost takes out Smiths before Smiths can land a shot with the Tech 9.
Yeah. Have you ever been caught by someone in matchmaking in that position that Shox was trying to peek?
Yeah.
It only had to happen to me once that we all sort of just rushed through, and then someone just walked up behind us and killed us. I was like, nope, I'll always wait for that smoke to go disappear now. But, all right, 10-4. Envy are in a envious position.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. I mean, yeah, 10-4. I mean, this is like flying colors, and the T side of Envy tonight is just, they're on a totally different level. Because on Inferno as well, versus Hellraisers, they just beasted Hellraisers, despite the fact that Hellraisers started CT. Envy just had a magnificent T-half, and tonight we're seeing more of that. I think Happy took it personal when Thorin said he wasn't a very good in-game leader. You know, now he's looking to prove that. He's like, oh, Pronax is third on your list? Well, hold on, let me go ahead and just take care of that real quick.
He gets the last kill of the round as well, 11-4. Utterly decisive victory with Happy at 15, NBK at 16, and then 14 for Shox. So it's all in all looking really good for the Envy team. And on the Fnatic side, I guess it's mostly Pronax and Crims doing anything, actually. The rest of them, Flusher, Olofmeister, and JW, kind of not there right now.
Yeah, kind of wonky.
Yeah. Which is unusual, but of course it can happen to even the best. And 16th round is coming up here. Not sure I can find too much excitement. I mean, yeah, if they win the pistol round, they're going to get more rounds, but winning the map is a very different thing, I feel like. I do like the dual E's here from MBK. Good choice.
You know why he's using those?
Why?
Because they're color-coded. Because they're like Envy colors, basically.
Oh, yeah.
See that?
Well, I was going to say it's anticipation for the other dual E's if they get put in the green. That was my angle on it. One can always hope and dream, you know. But in the meantime, they've done some damage to JW, and it looks like this is going to be a push towards the L-bend here by the B-bomb site. And they've been spotted out already, so rotation should be coming in. Crims, Flusher, though. Great openings here. MBK practically out of bullets. He's going to be jumped on by Olofmeister. And this is looking really good for the Swedish side, so great job on them.
Yeah, this is looking very good indeed. Kyoshima rotating down, he gets spotted out, however, and this is just burning valuable time off the clock at this point. So they decide to go change up the angle, but they're always going to have to worry about their backs unless they can kill off these guys. But Crims takes out Smiths, and Olofmeister... oh, man, gets the knife.
Yeah, that is good fun. I'm wondering if there's anything in the chat about that. I don't know if we can see the chat right now, but that was very good. Kyoshima even realizing just at the right time, but... And
you know, he's doing this and sticking with it to piss off Shoxy. Because he knows that Shoxy hates people who knife.
Well, I actually think Shoxy doesn't... don't think Shoxy is going to be as angry when it's someone on the enemy team doing it. I think Shoxy's mostly mad when people on his own team take the risk and do it. But sure, nobody likes getting knifed.
Well, yeah, it's not exactly a pleasant experience, right? But wow. NBK takes out Flusher. Flusher really going for the spray and pray there. Kyoshima! Triple kill with the 5-7. Just like that, single-handedly turns around everything here for the Frenchman. That kind of leaves you speechless. I mean...
we saw Fnatic have plenty of really, really good pistol rounds, and these two teams are... They're really the kings of utilizing all the pistols. It's not just 5.7, it's not just Tech 9. Yeah, the C-set, of course, as well. Like, they really know how to put it all to work. And great angle there. Kyoshima coming up with a huge round. Grenade on out. Gonna soften up Happy, but Olofmeister is definitely hunted over here. Trying to see if he can fight his way out. And now he actually has at least the chance to run somewhere else. He's got the time for it.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that Happy goes down there, that's actually very unfortunate that Happy went for the repeak. But Shoxy's going to be able to rotate over here fairly quickly, and he's got eyes on short as well. So if Olofmeister comes up here, this shouldn't be too good. Wow, he has the perfect timing to catch Shoxy jumping. This is actually a big mistake, and I think this is really going to mess with Envy's mind, with Envy's mental game plan or mental state if they lose this round, because I think that they definitely think they've got this in the bag. Olafmeister, 14 HP. This is the B site. He looks to his tag on the wall for inspiration. He knows what he has to do.
Oh, when he gets it, the quad kill at the end, and he saves Fnatic. That could have probably been game over, at least on the first map, if they had lost it. That's too big a win. And Kiyoshima probably going to be looking at his teammates a little bit here and saying, come on, I gave you all of this.
Exactly.
He's got a triple kill. He ends up at 3 health. That's practically also confirming Half-Life 3. And we're going to be into the 18th round. UMP being picked up on Flusher and Fnatic. I mean, it's still a long way to the comeback, but they're fighting their way there.
Slowly but surely. Envy, you know, giving him a little bit of a nudge, a little, you know, help there as well, seeing as how that definitely was an Envy round after Kiyoshima's display. Now JW gets tagged down fairly low here, so that jumping scout from Smith's doing the damage, slowing him up. Flush is taking a little bit of damage as well, so actually Envy setting it up not too bad here at the start at least. Kind of putting Fnatic on notice, making sure that they don't get too comfortable pushing across the map. And I like the similar styles here, the similar approaches from both teams and their CT's side, you know, just getting out there and making sure that the other team knows, you know, that they have a presence on the map. It's not just let's walk across the entire thing and set up for an A-take. Yeah,
very true. Smiths, is he going to catch the guy? Oh, no,
yeah,
he won't. A little bit too much, but Kiyoshima now has a really long angle to peek down here, but JW will actually manage to take care of it. So Fnatic proving that you can at least try and rush down there if you have enough people, but also they had worse weapons, so it's kind of hard to know if that's going to always work for you. Feels like it won't, but shotgun left on MBK. We've got no skin.
Yeah, no skin actually. He's pure with this one. I'm surprised. There's so many good Nova skins out there. Come on, MBK. Like a walnut. Just go for the old you know, the old man's hunting rifle. There you go. 900 bucks. Let's see. Cha-ching. Does he get more? Probably not likely anymore, actually.
Gonna get shot in the legs a little bit then. So 7-11 and Envy. Still not enough money to make the buy. So Fnatic are they're in a really decent position right now. At least money-wise. This, I mean, what's weird is, and it seemed true for Fnatic on their side, it didn't seem like Envy won a lot of their rounds by utilizing that new spot. So I mean, I'm hesitant to say that that's what's causing like a change in the balance. It shouldn't. I could understand if we saw Envy keep rushing over there and they had like some new setup for it, but it seemed like this is just, I don't know, they're playing better on the terrorist side right now, both teams apparently.
Yeah, maybe we're witnessing like the shift in meta. You know, the teams have had so much experience now on the side.
I like this setup though. That was actually a really cool trap being sprung by the Envy team, having 3 people over here, and unfortunately they got grenaded really low to begin with, so they lost a couple of people there. But still a good idea, just getting ready for it, and they're gonna lose Smiths as well, leaving Happy and MBK. Happy gonna go down. So it's all on MBK. That, I mean, I actually think they could have got a lot more out of that.
Well, Kiyoshima unfortunately shot Shoxy in the back of the head, I think, as well. So that didn't help, right? When you're taking that much nade damage, you got to be real careful about your lines of sight. And there's the wallbang, but he still gets a second one. 3 kills in the eco. That's not actually too bad.
Oh, no, definitely not. Yeah, we will see the AWP, and it's going to be picked up by Smiths as well. I was sort of wondering what was going on over there, but Smiths will be the man to do it. 11-8. And moving into the 20th round.
Let's see now. Where do they take it? Looks like Smith's making his way down long. Do they have some kind of clever boost? Kiyoshima looking like he might have been wanting to set something up there. Instead, it's going to be about as casual as it gets over there. Instead, it's going to be Action Sewer here. Fnatic just pushing in, trying to get control of short, and they will do that. NBK having to fall back, take a bit more of a passive position to hold this B site. But this is smart by Envy. At least not just getting overrun right out. Although Shoxy has dropped scarily low here.
Taking a lot of damage initially. Never a fun time, especially when you have the rifle and you know you're supposed to be getting at least in uncomfortable range later on. Plenty of time for Fnatic to make their move. And as you can tell, it feels like Shox here is just not really trying to cover it as much as just getting the information if anyone's out there. Good shot from Smith, though. We'll pick off Olafmeister, and it's now in favor of Envy. It definitely feels like, or I mean, it definitely will be an A push coming out here. The question is, can Crims do enough down at B to make the difference? Can he force someone to rotate on out?
Oh, I like this a lot here as well. JW up in this position. Oh, but that's it. The smoke, and it's just wide enough for the smoke to totally block off that entrance. And now they're going to have to move that bomb through mid. We can see there on Restroom. Bomb on Pronax making its way back around. Fresh smoke goes down, however, to block off this entrance. 20 seconds left here for Fnatic. They're going to try and run in here. They're just not going to have enough time. Bomb gets dropped. That's certainly not going to help. 15 seconds. We're approaching 10 seconds, and they have not got onto that site. They need to get all the kills at this point.
Yeah, don't know why JW didn't get more damage in there, but Smiths will go down eventually. 2 seconds left, and that will be the end of it. NBK with the final pick-off, and yeah, Fnatic kind of running out of time at the end there, which is unfortunate. And I thought actually that if they waited long enough, that Crims was going to be the guy to try and get a pick-off at B and sort of force Fnatic to make a rotation up at A, but he just ended up joining them, and that was it.
Alright, let's see here. Because Olofmeister had so much money, they do actually get a reasonable buy out of this stuff, Fnatic, so they definitely aren't out of it yet. Problem is that EnVy are going to be feeling pretty confident with the scenario. And I'm not sure about Kyoshima actually peeking down there or fully committing to the peak at least. Wow. Crims with a sick headshot on Smiths at long. That is beautiful. And now NBK, does he decide to take a risk? Does he decide to go for a push? It doesn't look like it. It looks like he prefers to hold passively here. Flusha would have been waiting for him as well. I mean, yeah. I think Kyoshima like overstepped just a little bit. He could have gone for a shoulder peek rather than fully committing and dropping both feet down there.
You know, I'm no expert, but if there was a whole, you know, terrorist, counter-terrorist, you know, scenario unfolding in this town, because they've already pulled in the trucks and everything else, I'd probably stop the train from going by just so that people don't get, you know, shot in the crossfire, but people get a nice little view of some action, I guess, going by, which is all right. Not that much action in the last 30 seconds here as Fnatic have really slowed down to a crawl, making sure they don't throw anybody away. And I mean, this actually, I think, this is actually too much for Fnatic. They should move closer than they have right now, because they could end up losing this round out of simply running out of time. If they lose to NBK down here in the sewer, this is going to be horrendous. He's ready and waiting for them, and he does go down. That's a good pick off from Olofmeister. But 15 seconds left, and again, if you end up dying like that, you could... really bad things could happen. Flusha catching Happy out, so they had a good plan going into Fnatic, but I think they still took a little bit too long that time.
Agreed. Cutting it very close here. You know, maybe Pronax is the one looking to go up one rank there. You know, he's like, Zeus waits this long. That gets him second position in the rankings. Okay, then. I see what I have to do here.
Ready, then. I mean, I don't know. They took care of MBK just fine, so that was cool. But what if he gets that kill and he delays the push another, you know, 6 seconds? Yeah. All of a sudden, you could end up in a very uncomfortable position if the rotation comes in as well from sniper spot. So, gotta be careful about that stuff. But it's now 9-12, and Fnatic have actually brought themselves back in this game somehow. I'm not sure why. They're obviously still behind, but they have the monetary lead, and they're also just I don't know. They're starting to hit their shots here.
Yeah, they really are starting to wake up. And all of a sudden, it looks like Overpass is the new T-sided map. I mean,
well, I wouldn't complain.
Where did this come from?
Not complain. I mean, we've kind of lost us two as the only CT-sided map in the pool, and since Season isn't getting played much, which obviously also can be a T-sided map if you know how to play it well, would be fun if we had one more. Some shots being put out here, and gotta be careful they don't walk into a trap. There is 4 people, I think, waiting, or at least 3. I'm not sure if one of them is down below. Good grenade there on Olofmeister, gonna force out Kyoshima. So, yeah, slow but careful start here, and now it's kind of all unfolding as Flusha will pick up NBK, and it's going to be down to Shox and Happy. Not a lot that they could do. No,
not at all. Not sure if they realize, but the remaining 2 members here for EnVy are still up on the same site, and there's Olofmeister picking off Shoxy. Looking for Happy. No, there's the step. Swaps back in time. Nice reactions there by Olofmeister. Does not get caught off guard. That would have been lethal. Happy up close with the CZ. Definitely would have got the job done there. But now, 2 rounds separating them. This is one hell of a comeback. After that first half, I thought it would be lights out for Fnatic in the second half and that we'd be moving on to the next map, but yeah, somehow Fnatic are just climbing back into this.
I mean, look at Olofmeister. He was down there with Flusher and JW for like 5-6 kills. I think he actually had 5 kills at some point during the first half, and now he's all the way up to 19. He's overtaken Pronax. He's coming
alive really well. in the setup as well. But now we start to see a shift in how EnVy are approaching this. Look at how passively they're holding back now on the side stick. A site, they haven't moved. They aren't even peeking out to long. They aren't taking any risks because Smith, last few times he's peeked at long, he's gotten his head taken off. So it seems like now they're just like, okay, we're not even going to show ourselves. We're literally going to let them waste time trying to clear all the angles. And on B site, same thing, just holding the triangle basically over there. So EnVy do not want to give Fnatic the entry frag. That's basically the name of their game plan right now.
Fnatic, slow as they ever were here on the terrorist side, they feel quite comfortable letting the clock tick all the way past the 30-second mark before they start to do anything. And you can tell that's going to happen because the bomb is still all the way back here, so only just making its way close enough. 30, 40 seconds or 30 seconds now, and it's a little bit scary, I have to say. Grenade here, is it going to be the right one? 1, 2, and oh, Kiyoshima has gone. Great execution from Fnatic here. Absolutely perfect, not giving Kiyoshima any time to move out. Bomb will be planted, but they're going to lose Pronax in the meantime. Now they're falling back, and this is like a classic overpass play, and it worked on the other version. Maybe it's going to work on this one too. Crims picks off Shocks, and then BK trying to fight his way back.
Yeah, this is going to be so hard, though. This is a very difficult shot to hit from Smiths. Olofmeister gets the peekaboo kill. Crims rotates in from long, holding that angle. Instead, it's going to be a 1v1. Now Happy versus Flusha, but Flusha's in a great position. Happy does not have the time to get onto that bomb, or rather kill Flusha, then get onto the bomb. It's just not meant to be. And so EnVy will be holding on to just one rifle here after this round. That's not good enough. Flusha actually running over to where Happy is lurking, though. And that's a free kill. So Happy at least gets that. You know, the party favor, you're not super excited about it, but, you know, candy isn't that bad either, right?
You get something, right? It's something. Not really something worth writing home about. But yeah, 11-12. They've got the one rifle in play right now. And that plant that we just saw, smoking off and planting, instead of trying to clear the whole bomb site, just put the bomb down in front. We've seen it emulated as well on... Well, this is like an emulation of what happens on other maps, like Inferno, for instance, where people, actually in both bomb sites, try and just plant the bomb instead of clearing the whole bomb site. It's a good philosophy, really. Good way of approaching playing the terrorist side. And on this map, it worked really well in the past. Seems to be possible here as well. And that's going to put them in a great position right now.
I'm really impressed with Crims right now, man. First half, he was the one doing a lot of the work for Fnatic, and here, man, he's just landing shot after shot. So the pressure is just on. Fnatic now just confidently running onto this side at this point. All they know is that they know they just have to deal with one M4. NBK has managed to pick up an AK, though, picking off flushes, so that's going to be all right. There's a couple of rifles here for EnVy to work with. But they are managing to back the bomb back towards long, looking towards that mid connector. Smiths is currently lurking around here, though.
But the big thing, yeah, Olofmeister, exactly. Our observer gunner is right here. It's Olofmeister who is the big key, because he's cleared out the B bomb site. The only thing is they don't know there's a guy in connector that they could run into. So this is really strange. They're sort of all sandwiching each other at the moment, which certainly sounds sexy, but when they have guns, it's going to be a different matter altogether. Olofmeister goes down, and JW wanting to peek in. Yeah, he doesn't get the flick. Good double kill from Happy. He's going to bring it into a 2v2, and now with 23 seconds left. Happy's picked up a triple in total, but he's going to be alone, and this is not going to work out. He goes down at the end. That was very, very close to working out for EnVy.
Yeah, and at this point, man, EnVy, they need more than just kills. Like, kills is great, is fine and dandy, but there's 10,000 still on Pronax and more than enough left on the rest of the team. They need to just win here, flat out. And this is the round to do it in. 12-12 is far too close. I'm still amazed at how few rounds EnVy have actually managed to pick up in this second half. If we could bring up the rounds, actually, real quick, just to take a look at it. Like, one round. That is ludicrous. For overpass as well. I mean, is it this drastic, the change? Or are these teams just so damn good at T-side now? Feels like quite a while since we've seen them play these maps. There's been some evolution going on. NBK spots a man out in sewer, though. Dodges the wall bang, but now there's going to be two guys pushing up short very quickly, and he just gets caught completely out in the open.
Yeah. Good return from Crims as well there, as Pronax did go down. Now they've smoked it off, making sure that they can't really easily get through. Olofmeister, he gets caught there. Just Shocks was ready at the edge of the smoke. So now they've at least managed to equalize. They're going to try and boost up to look over the wall, I think, on the EnVy side. Yeah, they are making that boost work, which is quite cool.
Oh, and it looks all the way back there. Wow. Yeah, that is very cool. But unfortunately for them, JW is holding behind the pillar, and it's no angle there to work with. 10 HP on JW, but they're buying the time. 3v3 retake scenario here. Kyoshima walks up, gets the spray down, looks for the second one. Not going to get it, but Shoxy is there to save the day. Flush is still alive on short, however, just knows he has to go for the wallbang. Just spraying wildly, and he's not going to get it. How does that happen, Flusha?
I think that looked like he knew exactly what, like he thought he knew what the angle was, and then he was just a little bit off to the left, which is unfortunate. That's actually one of the few times we've seen them go to B and it doesn't work out, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the terrorist rounds have been towards A on both sides right here. Like they've done it with A, but they haven't really utilized the new position that much. I mean, I thought we'd see a lot more, but I mean, it seems like the most successful round so far have been towards the A bomb side, really. So we'll see if Fnatic go back to that. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't they, right? And now, look, you know, already attention mid, attention long. They're going to be able to clear these parts of the map out. Olofmeister already looking for that duel versus MBK and Connector, but it's not meant to be this time, Olof. You're going to have to be patient. Because Envy, once again, holding very careful passive play coming out of the Frenchman, actually. Because, again, they started off the rounds, you know, kind of pushing out there, throwing their weight around, making sure that Fnatic couldn't get too comfortable on the map. And now Fnatic know they can go for boosts like this because they've checked everywhere. Nobody is here. And if Kyoshima takes a step just a little bit further, he's going to be very sad indeed. Look at that, Kyoshima. He's just dancing. It's like a pixel. He stops just short every single time.
So creepy, isn't it?
That's crazy.
Well, JW gets tired of waiting, decides to move forward, and Kyoshima spots it and does not want to peek it again now. Just smokes it off. JW so close right there. Kyoshima goes down. JW, I think he jumped over and just could see out of the smoke, and that was enough to fetch him a kill. And now again, look at the clock. Almost no time left at all here. 20 seconds. They are rotating the bomb back to B, which once again is cleared. Fnatic have checked that out, so they're forcing everyone from Envy to get up here, while B bomb site is slowly being evacuated from CT forces. And Happy's going to go down as well. Crims doing good work over by the bank. He can just try and stay alive here, but MBK is going to find him. They're still in a good position though. Oh, and look at this double setup here. This is going to, even if they find Flusher here, no way are they going to check for Pronax.
No, this is really sneaky if they go through here. But it looks like instead it's going to be Shoxy walking in and failing to get the kill on Pronax. And that is pretty much curtains here. NBK looks like he wants to hang around. He will pick up the kill on Pronax, but the likelihood of him finding Flusha in time, yeah, it's looking pretty slim. And he decides to bail out. That's the right call to make at this point. You're not going to get it. And it feels like, once again, you know, you're just running out of here. Is he going to be able to hold on to the gun, though? He's dancing around a lot. He's making noise. Flusha hoping to get lucky, but he's not going to get it.
Yeah, I kind of wish Flusher would have run for that one, because he actually would have had some money to work with regardless. But it's 13-13, and Envy, well, they will try and force up the best that they can, which is not going to be absolutely perfect, but it won't be completely horrendous either. Nova Shock can be put into play multiple ways, and Kyoshima has a FAMAS as well. Good job there. So 13-13. We are looking to see if they can win this, because if not, then Fnatic can probably make this map point. They're probably going to bounce up to 15 rounds, because I'm pretty sure CT side will have pretty much no money at that point.
All right, well, let's see here already. Pushing up long once again. Pretty much tried and true. Tactics, Crims. Crims just winning versus Shoxy. That pretty much tombs it right there. That tells you the story. Crims is just so on point. Smith does return and take out Pronax, however, and that drops the bomb in mid. He has to be very careful now, however, because he is getting flanked. And Olofmeister stepping. Olofmeister expecting Smith to have backed up by now.
Yeah, definitely has. So, oh, he misses it. And Olofmeister, that was a gift that he just could not resist. That's such a shame, because Smith definitely played that quite well. Now they're trying to see if they can boost up and look over the car here. They're really trying to come up with new stuff here, almost on the fly, it seems. They've got 40 seconds left on the clock, and there is still a Fnatic member lurking down towards the B bomb site, just outside of it. But they need this opening up at A if they want to make their way through with the bomb.
Well, they're practically on this bomb site already, Fnatic. And they just peeking around. Kyoshima holding very passively right now, but JW misses the shot, and Kyoshima lands his spray. That was big. Happy manages to take out Olaf, and Happy with the double kill. Just like that, Fnatic look poised to take that site. If JW kills Kyoshima, it can spin out of control so quickly, because then they can just go crashing onto Happy, take him out quickly, and get the bomb plant. Instead, JW uncharacteristically missing a shot there, and when his team really needed it, because the money is pretty spread out right now on Fnatic. couple of them can afford rifles, but the rest of them, pistols.
Yeah, and I think they also, I mean, they also look like they tunneled vision just a little bit on Kiyoshima. They just forgot about the fact that there could be anyone else on that side. So they said, let's just go and find him while he's reloading. And maybe a decent idea, but ultimately ended up costing them the round. Now 14-13, and EnVy finally coming up with a round. It seems like it's been a while since they've been winning anything, but they might be able to close this out. Kiyoshima going to pick off Flusher. They just need to survive against this force-up that's actually occurred on the Fnatic side as well.
I really like that setup at long for EnVy. Not just Kiyoshima alone or Smiths alone. Two people there to cover the angles and make sure that one can watch one angle hard, the other is watching that person's back. Much better defensive setup. But now it looks like it is going to be the push up short. Pronax taking point. Flash is going over. Happy somehow shooting right between all of them. What was that? He lands the shot on JW there, though. That was crucial. Gets the follow-up on Olofmeister. And there's only one rifle left. It's going to be on Pronax, but not for long. No backing out of that one.
Yeah, good that he managed to recover, because that looked like, you know, shooting fish in a barrel, but actually missing all of them regardless.
Right?
That was really weird.
That just right at the, actually, you know, we can have that right here. Instant replay? Or did they somehow miss it? Damn.
Yeah, maybe we did. I mean, it was a missed shot. I'm guessing we don't need to replay it, but it was pretty impressive, actually. That would be a hard shot to miss if you were trying to shoot between people at that point.
Exactly, right? It's only because he was actually trying to land the shot.
Well, we're moving into the 29th round, and it is map point for EnVy. They've really played this well to come back in the game, because they lost a lot of rounds in a row. And it looked like Fnatic were going to take it, but just when it really mattered, they've brought it back, and now they just need to do it one more time, and they're going to be good to go. And they already dropped Olofmeister over here. Pronax is the only one with a rifle currently on the Fnatic team. They're going to be quick in A, not really slowing down for much. Sharks could get caught. He will get caught, and then catch Happy as well. Oh, no. EnVy. Now is not the time to be giving it up. They're coming back from different angles here. JW, I think he ended up flanking NBK coming through back then, and that is going to be a hard spot for EnVy. What's their money like right now on the CT side?
Oh, they'll have enough.
Yeah.
Actually, that's surprisingly good. I thought that they would have a bit less there for sure. Now, actually,
I mean, if they save these rifles,
buy.
they will. If they lose these rifles, they're going to be in a really tough spot.
Is it Crims who's on a mission right now? I think it is. Yeah. Oh, Flusha as well is all the way back here. So, I mean, it's like JW, Flusha. They're going to box them in. Flusha within lethal range. Makes it look easy. Takes out Kiyoshima. He has his AWP here for the second man. Goes for the shot. And Smith stands his ground. And manages to live through that.
Just missed the shot. He even, like, pre-aim. He was fully aware. He just, I think, shot right under his leg. So that was a little bit unfortunate for him. If they lost both those rifles, I mean, that would have been a lot less impressive for EnVyUs. Just because they'd have, like, a lot worse rifles, essentially. They didn't definitely have enough to buy on, like, they had enough to buy on everyone, but it would have been without a bunch of grenades.
I think they want to test just how fireproof Olofmeister is. 3 incendiaries picked up, lots of smokes. EnVy getting fairly well geared out here, actually, considering they lost that last rifle. But again, going for an aggressive hold here. And this is when they need to change it up, but this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. They pick up the first one. There's the flash out. Shoxy needs to go big here. Shoxy needs to get another one. He's only going to get the one. Smith is there to lend a hand as well at range, but that's not good enough right now. They need to get a man advantage to shut down Fnatic.
That's like the money flashbang, but then you'd need, I don't know, a Negev to try and spray everyone down. It's you know, they end up spreading out so much, Fnatic, that it's really hard for them to do anything. Molotov going to buy a little bit of time here, but it's still a 3v3. Fnatic trying to look for overtime. Pick off there on MBK, looking very good now for Fnatic. And in overtime, I don't know, EnVy've got to be really frustrated if this goes to overtime, and Happy doing his best to try and prevent it. 35 seconds left. Bomb gonna make its way out on JW, because they got Flusher down there, but now Flusher's left the bomb site, which is a little bit tricky. They gotta be careful they don't give Smiths a way back in. They won't. Flusher standing his ground, and now it's all on Happy.
Man, and Happy is furious right now. I can assure you of that. Smith's running out there in the open like that. Not very solid work. Happy with the wall bang through, though. He's done messing around. That smoke goes down, kind of blocking it out. Happy, however, cannot look at his back. Flusha, once again, just with the perfect lurk. And he, like, Flusha, he doesn't have many frags, but every frag pretty much is like NBK, B-site, him lurking in, just picking off NBK, and then forcing EnVy into these awkward positions where they have to make up their mind, is the bomb going to go A or B after all? But Happy, man, every single time it just seems like he's the one who has to step up to rescue the day. to save EnVy.
I mean, he's got, what, 26 frags? 28 frags, I think it says. And there's 29 on Crims. So, overall, I mean, there's been a few players in this game that's really taken off.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. I mean, happy every single time. NBK, after a terrific... I mean, it's still NBK dropping 26 frags in regular time as well is just really good work. So, it's rough. It's really rough. I mean, I think a lot of it comes down to, at least in this round, Kyoshima not being able to capitalize on that first kill. If he could have traded 1-for-1, and then Shoxy peeks out and trades 1-for-1, maybe, you know, he maybe gets that second one right.
Yeah.
I think that's the linchpin right there, is the fact that Kyoshima, he peeks out into 4 guys, and, well, you know, can you really blame him for dying in that kind of scenario? I don't know. If he could have picked up 1, though, that would have been just perfect for EnVy.
Yeah, they had also made their way a little bit past by the time he started firing, so he was facing multiple opponents at the same time. Instead of, you know, if he could have got like the instant headshot on someone, maybe he could have fallen back and they could have like grouped up or something. That was just a very unfortunate situation. They made a lot of noise coming up, but I don't think they realized there was that many people either.
Yeah.
They maybe thought like, all right, it's going to be like 2 people coming and then there's 4 instead. Regardless, I mean, I guess we could say good job to Fnatic as well, just because of how far behind they were on that first half. I mean, it looked horrendous for them. And then, you know, they sort of brought it back anyway.
I'm thinking this has got everything to do with the fact that we've got 2 teams that just have phenomenal aimers, and if you give them an opening, they will punish you right. And also 2 teams that I don't think have spent an enormous amount of time on this map since the changes.
Probably not. It definitely feels like they haven't.
CT side, you need to refine that. You need to find the tricks. You need to know where to peek and the timings and everything, right? And it feels like things have changed quite a bit on that upper site. So that's still like guys peeking at the wrong time or just not getting the coordination down quite right. And when you have JW or Crims on the other side, they're just going to take your face off.
Been a big fan of the way the Fnatic have sort of decided to put pressure on A and then left, you know, Crims walking in or Flusher or someone walking in behind. That seems like a really, really good approach. So they should keep doing that if they can. But it's always a little bit risky, but I mean, it's been working out a couple of times for them.
It's just like, I love how similar both of these teams can be, though, because really, you know, it's hard to tell the difference between the 2 of them. Each T side was very similar.
Yeah.
CT side, EnVy did play a bit more passively earlier than Fnatic, but I think that EnVy had a few more opportunities as far as like saving rifles and having a little bit more breathing room when it came to the money. It seemed like Fnatic were just never had any money in that first half past the beginning, the first buy round, so that changed it up a little bit.
I mean, something that neither team spent a lot of time on. Fnatic were sort of down and connected to begin with a couple of people on the stairwell and stuff, but we've seen a bunch of teams actually try and work the connector and the sewer area sort of jointly so that people from either area can back each other up and have like a huge presence in the middle of the map, but it seemed like that's not...
That's not EnVy's style approach.
No, yeah, anyway. Fnatic tried like a little bit, but didn't really stick with it. So not sure what that's about, but... yeah, I'm surprised. I'm interested. We have to sort of relearn Overpass at this point, just a little bit at least. B bomb side hasn't changed, but A obviously a big change.
I'm wondering what like specialist teams are thinking right now, like Hellraisers, VP, you know, because 2 very solid Overpass teams. You know what they would look like on this map. I mean, of course, we're talking about EnVy, which we're pretty much like the kings of the castle when it came to Overpass. But I want to see more from like other teams who have experience on the map, who do good work on it.
Yeah, I think we're just going to have to sit down and learn a little bit more. But Overpass, overtime on Overpass, always a good thing. And if you are just joining us, then you're pretty much right on time. These are the 2 best teams in the world, essentially, playing each other. And this is the FPS, or firstpersonlover.com Björn Borg challenge. Good opening from Crims to take down Happy. He's going to give them a straight entrance into the B site. Are they realizing Shox is here? Looks like not, and he's going to get the first kill. Goes for a second one, as Kyoshima also takes down Olaf Meister, and things went from very good to very bad in the space of just 2 seconds there for Fnatic.
Oh, and he's just off with the spray as well. Shoxy. Smith up from on high will take out JW, however. And it seems like they have an idea of where the last man is standing. Over on short, it's going to be Flusha once again working his way. They've traded places, and he adjusts his spray in time. Nicely done there, but a fresh smoke goes down. He's going to go barreling through, but it's not going to be fast enough. And the defuse will come through for Kyoshima, who actually didn't even have a kit.
Yeah, which is scary, isn't it? What if Flusha had sat down and like got the headshot through somehow? That could have actually cancelled the round essentially for EnVy, but they'll win the first round of the overtime. And great play from Shox though. That, you know, patient and then getting both those kills that changed everything.
Absolutely, and considering how difficult it's been for both of these teams to get CT rounds on the side, you know, in the regular time, for them to start off and pick up a CT round here, that's huge for Envy. Now they could probably even lose the next 2 and feel pretty decent about it. So pressure on Fnatic now to pick up the remaining 2 rounds in this half. And so far, again, they're going for what works. You know, it looks like pressure on B, not pressure on B, pressure on long to begin with, but no success.
Oh, and Shox with the bomb kill right there. Pronax going down. And over and long, I like the fact that they have Kiyoshima playing close. Smith's obviously going to go down right here. Oh, no! Olofmeister, how do you miss that kill?
Is this the tipping point? Is this where Fnatic just crumble?
Yeah, I mean, I probably cursed Olofmeister then. I'm really sorry, because that was a free kill, essentially.
It's not get right, MVK. He's Swedish, but...
I mean, he heard him running in, and he had the wrong rifle out and everything. Like, that looked like Olofmeister just being a little bit, I don't know, caught sleeping maybe.
Whoa, and Flusha's going to hold on to that AWP glass cannon.
Kiyoshima with the auto sniper, though.
Double auto sniper. Smith's going for it. What are they doing in this round? Happy with an AWP? Like, this is very weird. This is Envy potentially throwing away a round right here.
Yeah, that could be really risky. Lots of Molotovs going out, though, and JW burning just a tiny bit. Shox waiting down on the slope in that B bomb site. And a lot of smoke going off as well. He just wants to find someone to shoot at, but he's essentially going to get grenaded out of the bomb site. There's the auto sniper from Kiyoshima, though, picking off Crims and doing good damage to Flusher as well. And Smith's coming in with another kill in between here. MBK looking for Pronax, and they're going to end up sort of joining up with Smiths to get the kill. Olofmeister would have been great if the bomb had been down for him to come up from behind like this, but now probably a little bit too late. He goes down, and it's 3 rounds in a row for Envy, just like that.
That was incredibly quick compared to what was happening in the regular rounds. Oh my gosh. Like, how fast that all happened. Fnatic not wasting any time, just going straight for sites after that first round. Second round, they just got picked off everywhere.
And Fnatic making a bit of a strange choice, right? Because they win so many rounds on the regular time at A bomb site. They go to overtime and they end up throwing 2 rounds away at B, which is just, you know, just looking at the regular time, statistically speaking, doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
A lot of mixed calls there. And, I mean, it's going to be the first team to 19, so Envy, all they need is 1 round on their T side right now to collect the first map in this best of 3. So it's looking very good right now for them, considering the past results. And JW has already been tagged down to 17. So potentially a leg shot there, a duel between him and Happy. Happy is certainly going to be happy about the results of that.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Flusher hiding edge of the smoke by the toilets. I like the fact that they have this stronger presence forward in the middle or over by the A-bomb site here on the Fnatic side, just trying to see if they can force Envy to really fight for this position here. Olaf waiting, ready and waiting, but Smiths will just walk out and drop him. And that's going to be the start that they need. Flusher takes 1. And actually thought he was going to go down then, but Shox also falls, and now it's looking even better for Fnatic than just trading. They're also controlling the bomb all the way over by the cafe.
Oh, wow, and Flusha just annihilates MVK there. That's big. 2-man advantage now. The bomb is dropped out in the middle of nowhere as well. Smiths, they have to know that he's waiting out here. Looking for the shot, not connecting on either one, and then all 3 of them just gang up on him, take him out. Happy is the last man alive. He was trying to lurk, but not this time, Happy. There will be no, glimmer of hope, nothing.
Look for a moment like they were saving 3 AWPs, but that's not going to be the case. 18-16, and the second round of the overtime is coming up here. And again, as you pointed out, Semmler, it's just 1 slip up here for Fnatic, and the round or the map goes in favor of Envy. But there's always double overtime.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And triple, and quadruple.
Be fitting between these 2 monsters as well, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, smoke early on, and again, Fnatic with that mid presence, making it difficult to predict. NBK right now looking real good, and he's just going to walk right into Olofmeister. Great shot there by Olaf. Quick reactions.
Smith charging on over. Going to go down, and Olofmeister also picks up Happy, so this is just a steamroll around coming out here from Fnatic, and Envy had a couple of those in the overtime as well. So it really is back and forth at this point. Shox, 1v4. Hard for him to find a way out of this position.
And this is looking like double overtime right now. It's screaming it. Because Envy, if they cannot somehow find a way to get a plant in this situation, they're going to be very low on money. As we can see right now, you know, just they'll be able to get together a reasonable buy, but AWPs, those are going to be out of the question, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Well, nice work there by Shoxy.
Yeah, but he's also getting flanked, and there's a guy waiting for him inside the A-bomb site. So the longer this takes, the worse he's going to be, the more dead he's going to be, essentially. Whether he knows it or not. JW to take the last kill there, 17-18. We're moving into the last round of the first overtime. Could be a second one coming up. Unless Envy can come up with something cool here. Now, they did have the money just for 4 AKs, in fact. And Smith's going to have a Tech 9 instead. And they actually have, like, a couple of smokes as well. So this is not the worst buy in the world. But they need an entrance.
Yeah, they need to find some kind of way to deal with this forward pressure that's coming out. And they seem to go for connector this time around. Last time around it was Olafmeister with the AWP, and that's what they're thinking. That's what they were trying to adjust for. But Flusha gets the double spray down, takes out MBK and Happy, and that cannot be allowed to happen. They put 2 guys through connector that time to see if they could actually trade with Olaf. If Olaf is holding close again, they'll get him. But
wow,
Shoxy gets a running headshot on Flusha, so that's big. Brings it back to a 3-on-4 at least. But then JW is in, and Crims with the flank, and it just completely falls apart for Envy.
Smith's good shot there onto Pronax. That was definitely impressive, but it probably won't alter the outcome of the round here. Walking right in, and JW will miss a shot, but he's still going to get the kill. 18-18, and it's going to be double overtime with 33 fracks on Crims. I mean, it's not quite Kenny with his 50, but still pretty good.
He's working his way there. Actually, yeah, Crims has certainly slowed down as well, because wasn't he at like 28?
Yeah, I think so.
At the end of regular time. So Crims pretty calm and collected in this overtime. But now we get to see, can Envy actually get on the board? Apparently, Overpass has gone back to being a CT-sided map, Anders. Overtime has brought it out in them. You know, they remember how to hold angles and catch people off guard.
Switcherino. Did we? No, I was going to say maybe we skip past midnight. It's a new day, so, you know, opposite day is gone. But not quite yet. Another 30 minutes, at least Swedish time, before we change over to that. Well, 1 minute 30 seconds. They're moving quite fast up towards the playground, and they're going to run into Crims. You said he was out of action for a bit, Semmler, and maybe he took that personally. Gets him with the kill, but Smith will stop him. Still a really good trade coming out right now for the Fnatic team, and Flusha getting caught a little bit too aggressive, or a little bit too happy there, just skipping along.
Yeah, but the Boostmeister is on the hunt right now, and he's already got the flank as well. Happy has no idea that there's somebody behind him. Look at how he's holding this angle. It's a free kill. Olaf, do you go for the knife? Oh, he checks. He looks back. He's going to do it.
He sees his knife. He sees Happy's knife. I think he made a noise then and sort of gave up on it. He had the opportunity.
Oh, I love it, Olaf. That's the kind of style play that's really going to get in your enemy's head. That's going to mess with them. If he'd have got the knife, but I like how he didn't want to take the risk. He just wanted to mess with them just enough, right?
Yeah, I think if he hadn't made that noise jumping up, he would have gone for it. But that was a little bit too much, even for him. We're MBK here. I mean, he's probably thinking, I get 1 pick off, maybe I can get myself in a position where I can at least put the bomb down here. I have a smoke as well, so, you know, 1 kill, smoke off, put the bomb down real quick.
Mm-hmm. But they're holding so very passively right now. Like Olafmeister back of the site, waiting in bank. They still have a man on the site himself. That's Pronax. Whoa, what a shot there by NBK.
Yeah, very good.
Not going to be good enough, sadly. Pronax was there lurking, but that was a very nice shot by NBK.
19-18. At this point, we need the first team to 22 rounds to take the victory here. See how that's going to unfold.
It's looking pretty grim here for the Frenchmen, I think. Like right now, Fnatic, they've just come alive again. Well, now, Envy look like they want to change the pace a little bit. They've been spending a lot of time on A and mid, getting picked apart. Now it's time to go towards B, but Pronax, he spotted them out in sewer. He's going to have a nice early smoke here, so this point of entry is gone. And JW, he's already waiting to see if anybody's going to be working their way back around.
Look at Flusha just putting some shots out there. Double grenade on there. Actually almost lands the exact same spot, so that's kind of cool from Fnatic. Having that right there practiced. Smiths moving all the way up through connector. Olafmeister's there, and he spots the bomb as well. Gets the killing, goes for a second one, but he's going to get shot down by Shox. Just taking a bit too long to land that second kill there, and Crims will, fortunately for them, return on Kiyoshima, which is going to put Fnatic with a one-man lead. And Happy, I mean, he's been carrying his team a lot today. Maybe he could find an opening at B and make an entrance happen. There's only one guy holding down here, and that's very curious for Fnatic. I feel like Pronax, I think he saw that.
And Happy saw it as well. Oh, wow, and Pronax. It's like time for a nap, Happy. That's it. Very clean work there by Pronax. Changes up his position as well, so he can't get predicted. I mean, look at that. JW comes in, fills the gap. Pronax tells him that somebody's coming through the main entrance. JW rotates in time. Just great communication right now on Fnatic's side. This is very nicely done, and JW just changing it up, catching Smiths off guard, and flicks onto Shox. Shox, no time to react. That was just like the total package right there. The defense from Fnatic, crisp, clean communication coming out, and that just nets them the win.
Yeah, and they're gonna be in an interesting position now. Envy again with very little money, considering they started with 10,000. They've bought here whatever they could, but it's, you know, one Galil, one Tech Line, and it's not that super impressive. Are they gonna go for a standard B rush here? They're certainly lining up for it, and JW's gonna miss the shot. He's gonna make it just back around the corner here. Smoke a grenade out as well, but they keep running at him, and he will finally take a kill on one of them. Pronax with a good return, and Flushes there as well to help out, so this is not looking good for Envy at all. They get the one kill in, but they need a lot more right now.
And the bomb is finally going to make it onto this site. Shoxy there to throw a fresh smoke down, perhaps trying to bait them out into the open. Flush is just going for some wallbang. Release some spray. Oh, well, look at this clever positioning here by Olaf Meister. He spots him, not going to hit the jump shot. Come on, Olaf. It's not a scout you got in your hands. But that's a lot of information gained. Yeah,
they're going to find the one. Kiyoshima now 1v3, goes for the spray, and they sort of almost lined up, but not quite enough here. So at the end, it will be 21-18. 3 rounds in a row for Fnatic on their CT half. Now, second half of the second overtime is coming up, and we'll see. Now, Envy's actually in a weird position where they could end up just making a simple mistake and lose the map.
Yep, and I'm thinking, again, it's the return. Like, it seemed like it had gone away for a little bit there. DreamHack Winter, obviously, you know, winning that. But, I mean, it like this difficulty with closing maps. You know, it's what plagued the last LDLC lineup. Now that they've joined up with Envy, you know, I'm sure that they were hoping, you know, that they would still keep powering on and taking those first place spots. But it's looking pretty rough right now. That is a very cool smoke.
That's nice. They're going to power on behind this. Fnatic have a plan to try and win just the one round. It involves a lot of speed. They're moving very slowly in the normal time when they were playing Terrorists, just moving up real slow towards the A-bomb side and eventually getting a couple of pickoffs. This time, it's not quite going to be the case. Just charging on in here. Smith's getting smoked off as well, trying to see if he can make the breakthrough. He will. NBK with a kill as well. And this looks like Fnatic have hit a brick wall heading into the A-bomb site here. Crim's last man standing. They definitely had a plan, but I don't think it was this.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that was it. I think that they were just hoping that they would catch a forward position. Like Envy basically trying to play aggressive. I think that's exactly what they were hoping for. And well, Crims, I think it was like more about, you know, the blitzkrieg, you know, get onto that bomb site before Fnatic even knew they were there. And then deal with them if they try and come back onto the site to retake, obviously, if they're coming back in from mid, leave a lurker behind or something. But I think they were definitely hoping to find at least just like one guy on that site, not two. So Fnatic, well, worth going for the gamble. They have a couple of rounds still, so I mean, it's not the end of the world. They could go for something aggressive just to try and shake things up. I'm not going to fault them for that, for sure. As far as Envy are concerned right now, that's going to be a bit of a breath of fresh air. They pick up one. Shoxy getting tagged down in connector, and he goes for the repeat. Olaf Meister punishes him for the audacity.
Yeah, but Smiths, he did get one kill in return, and they dropped Crims, the top frag guy. I think 37 or some kills at the moment, so that's definitely gonna make a big difference here. Now at 4v4, you could tell that Fnatic are sort of back to the old pace. They're trying to see if they can change it up again, and it worked so well for them towards A. Just leave Flusher down here at B, put pressure on A, and see if he can't get into B and lock it out. Although MBK is in a very strong position right here.
Yeah, this is quite clever. And he's even going to make it sound like he's somewhere on the site. I'm not here right now, Flusha. There he is. Spots the legs, picks it up. That's very clean work by MBK.
Oh.
Smith puts Olafmeister to sleep. Smith gets the double kill, takes out JW, and Kiyoshima catches Pronax working in from long. All of a sudden, EnVy are remembering how to play CT side as well. EnVy are not done yet. What is going on?
Lots of overtime is what we're in store for here, because if they just keep winning all their CT side rounds, I don't know if it's in the rules somewhere if there's like a limit to overtime.
Like how many overtimes can actually happen?
Like once we get to 10, both teams just lose and they just like, you know, LGB wins the tournament. That's it. You've disgraced yourselves. You're just out. Well, they're going to try and see if they can go for B once again here, Fnatic. And Smoke and Molotov at the same time. Bit of a waste of $600 there, but Smoke at least will still be in place to try and see if they can buy a little bit more time here on the EnVy side. Already got 3 people in the bomb side, including the guy up on sniper spot. So should be a fairly manageable defense coming out. Olafmeister, is he going to be backstabbing once again? They tried that last time for the B push, and it really didn't work out because they all got killer B before Olaf got anything done. And it seems like it's the same recipe this time. Olafmeister dies, and it's on Flusher here. 1v4, and we're looking at double overtime. No, sorry, triple overtime.
Triple overtime. It's not every day we get to see this. And it is fitting it's between both of these teams. NBK deciding to wake up. I mean, look at the frags right now. It's like 33, 35, 35. That's very solid work on the CT side. Crims is the one who's doing the majority of the work over on Fnatic side, at least it seems. 37 frags from him. But
at 31 on Olaf as well.
Yeah, Olafmeister's actually come alive as well towards the end of that second half and into overtime. He's really starting to light him up. JW, surprisingly enough, is actually the one who's not had the most luck. So now we go into a second round of overtime here, ladies and gents. This is going to be the first to pick up 4 rounds here. So we're looking at 25, first to 25.
See. Fnatic. Could they use Olafmeister's AWP to find an opening? Crim's getting tickled a bit through the smoke. Not going to be too happy about that one, but you could see Olafmeister sort of wedging his way forward, but he looks the wrong way. And he actually had no backup there, so there's no one that could return the kill. Smith finds JW all the way by Picnic, and now it's going to be really tricky. I think they wanted to do it in reverse this time. They needed to pick off at A and then go to B. But they just walk in and kill. Happy. NBK going to fall as well. If they win this round, Fnatic, surely that's going to be it. But they've roasted Pronax just as the bomb goes down, and now it is Crims and Flusher left. And Flusher's maybe in a good position. Yeah, he's going to peek up just at the right time to kill Smith there. That's a very good peek. And Flusher picking up a double. It's all on Kiyoshima now. 1v2, and they should just hide. They don't have to fight Kiyoshima at all.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what Flusher's doing right now. He's just trying to peek. Be very quick. Kiyoshima will catch him out, but Crims is still alive, and Crims has plenty of time to work with here. Oh, goes back and checks. I was about to say, he's not faking right now, man.
38 kills for Crims, and the round is won for Fnatic. It's the first terrorist round we've seen in the last 12 rounds.
After just the complete terrorist show that the regular time was, it's just a total 180.
Yeah, because all the rounds in overtime are won on the CT side.
I guess it took 15 rounds each, you know, to remember how to play CT going into overtime. And now things have kind of returned to normal in some weird kind of way.
The big question is, can Fnatic now go back on the CT side and actually win their rounds? Because otherwise it's going to be almost like a circus. Good double setup over on long here. Man, he's going to miss the shot there, JW, and they're ready to sort of peek him out as soon as that happened. So that's a nice setup from EnVy.
Oh, and the wallbang through. Oh, not necessarily a wallbang. I keep wanting to say wallbang through smoke, but the spray through the smoke. Shoxy catches out Olafmeister, and this is definitely looking like a solid round here for EnVy, barring some kind of major mistake. But as far as Fnatic are concerned, there it is. The opening to take out NBK. Pronax just delivering. Crims takes out Happy, and now we're into a 2-on-2. Just like that, in the blink of an eye, the B defense is annihilated.
That's a very solid spray from Pronax. I'm really impressed by that shot up at the sniper spot. So 2v2, you're right. There is just a fresh smoke going down. They even have 2 HC grenades here to try and keep EnVy back, and this is not going to be easy. EnVy do have a smoke if they want to try and ninja defuse it, but that's not always as easy as it seems. Background here, Pronax ready and waiting, and he's going to get the first kill. Keep spraying, and triple kill from the Swedish captain is going to leave Smith in a very awkward spot. He goes down to Crims, and that's 2 rounds in a row here for Fnatic on the T side. They are going to be very happy with this. But yeah, look at this one. The first one's really good, but this is some good spray. It almost looks like he walks into it, Shox. He sort of ran into the bullet.
Yeah, I think that was Shox. He's just taking that extra step there. And not fitting. Well, fitting, I guess, that it is Shoxy, because I'm pretty sure that Shoxy is very annoyed right now. Very annoyed with the team. Has a bit, sometimes when things like this don't close out. I mean, I think Shoxy, if anybody, is like the most frustrated with when EnVy really struggle to close rounds, close out maps that they should be winning. When you get such a terrific start and then you cannot close the map, I mean, it's some kind of mental thing that EnVy has to deal with.
Well, Happy trying to take matters into his own hands, but they really, I mean, losing 2 rounds in a row like that and then having to play the last round here with FNC is not exactly encouraging. But they have moved around quite a bit on the map here, and oh, JW, he's aware of it somehow, almost misses the kill then. A little bit sloppy, but he gets the kill on Kyoshima regardless. Now, are they going to check the whole site here? Because I think Smith is still over on long waiting. If they can get this last round home, that's almost going to be too much. Great double from Smith, though. Going to bring it back in their favor. NBK gets the 1, but how's all on Pronax here? He's done it before, but this is going to be tough.
Very nice timing with the flash. Oh, does he spot him? No, he does not. Shoxy with the clever positioning. But still, now, the question, you know, can EnVy pick up 2 rounds? Can EnVy pick up 3 rounds on their T side? But I mean, 2 rounds, it seems... Hell, 1 round. I mean, that's the thing. Fnatic have just done like the impossible. They picked up 2 rounds in overtime on T side. Now it just feels like it's such a stretch for EnVy to come back and get into this.
It definitely does. They just need 2 rounds in a row here, Fnatic. 1 good start, 1 good kill to begin with, and they're going to be off to the races. Well, EnVy, I mean, they've proven that they can get these terrorist rounds, so it's not completely out of the question. Fnatic, this is what I was talking about earlier, the basically holding sewers and connector at the same time and working together, but they're going to walk right into NBK, and he doesn't get the follow-up kill. Looked like he could have maybe taken out Crims as well, but now he's being backstabbed in return by Shox, so this is turning into a really weird situation. Yeah, the Shox actually catching him off guard right now. Yeah, Crims. Are you kidding me? What? Crims actually gets that spray. With the bomb. Yeah, exactly. With the bomb. It's like icing on the cake right now. Crims is just grinning ear to ear. He's probably not. He's probably pretty goddamn focused right now, but he goes for another spray, picks up another frag, just doing irreparable damage to the EnVy lineup at this point. A man advantage now for Fnatic. They know where the bomb is. Like, this is huge. And JW spots them coming out of connector again. 45 seconds left, and now Fnatic, they have a decent idea of what's actually happening here. And look at where Flusher is as well, just all the way over by toilets here. So if they try and move in A now, they're going to get flanked very easily. And time is also running out for them. 30 seconds, they have to make a move. And they can't make any mistakes. They need an entry frag on JW, and to get in, get the bomb down, and then fight for the defuse after that. 20 seconds now. And already, they're being circled around. You can see how close they all are. I'm really surprised that Flusher hasn't pushed yet. Okay, he is now going to push, but it may be too late. Happy gets the kill on JW. 10 seconds left. Flusher, will he have the angle onto Truck? I think he will, but the bomb gets planted. Oh, and then they line up for him. The perfect angle. Crims and Flusher deliver. Oh man, that looked so good right up until the end. I mean, the fact that they even got in there and got the kill and got the bomb down, that was pretty good. And now it's 24-22. If Fnatic win this next round or any of the next 2 rounds, that's it. They're going to win overpassing. Quite an upsetting manner. I mean, we did say these were the 2 best teams in the world, and that, you know, Pronax said in an interview beforehand that they even, you know, they're even 50-50 at this point. He doesn't want to call it one way or the other, and it's fitting that we end up in triple overtime to try and decide this first map. Maybe could still be more coming if EnVy win the next 2 rounds, then it's quadruple overtime, and why not? Why not, exactly right. Like, Happy's just going to go beast mode at some point. Crims, though, man, Crims is just the monster for Fnatic. Great flash, but, I mean, Crims just sits down and sprays down Smiths. That's a confident pickup from Smiths there. And Shox will pick up a kill as well, so it is going to be 2v3. Pronax and Flusher left. See if they can prevent